Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. All right, I guess at this time nobody's going to come because it's a very bad time for people to come and watch the live streams. But in this live stream, we're going to be working on the HUD system and the IK. So as you can see, I already have the HUD system set up. As you can see right there, you have the weapon, you have the health bar, you have the amount of ammo you have for that kind of weapon. So let's go for it. So what I want to try to do is when you get a certain weapon, I want the HUD to change. So we're gonna basically replace the HUD. So as soon as I pick up as soon as I am equipped with the weapon type, the weapon icon is going to change relative to whatever the current weapon is equipped, whatever the current weapon type is equipped on the character. So let's do that right now. I have made the widget weapon HUD. As you can see right here, I have disabled the visibility of these ones just for testing. I just placed on the graph on the screen just for testing. But I think I'm gonna have to make but I have to swap the references, the image. Oh yeah, I think I can create the binding. Let's do make slate bush material from texture. No. Make brush from texture or make slate. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's try to change the, go to designer. Maybe we could have something like this to be working or not. Maybe, yeah, you're gonna have to set up different sizes because as you can see here, the pistol has a different size as the bow. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind. So we're gonna have to keep the name. So this is, so for the size of the rifle, it is 190 for the X. So I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm going to write it down on the blueprints or the weapon. Let me just create one. Yeah, I'm gonna create one channel in here. So channel name. It's going to be named as Devlog GASP plus GASP ALS. Create channel. I'm going to post all the necessary positions in here. So this is one negative 170, negative 300 or negative 305. So I'm just going to, let me just see, 76. There you go. I'm I'm going to just print this out for the rifle. Yeah, I think it would just be better to just replace the positioning directly into here, because otherwise we're gonna have to decide to set the size manually in the brush in the graph. So set the image in here. Let's just see. This is the rifle. I'm going to set all the visibilities for all the content to be off, to be hidden. So this is the rifle image. So rifle icon. Hello, morning star. What's up? I'm not sure what this error is. Property on widget image brush delegate member set brush has the wrong number of arguments. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's because I'm setting the yeah, I'm totally wrong in here. It's not to do that. So this is going to set the brush for the I just want to set its visibility. So get the rifle, compile. Why is it showing? Oh, okay, so I cannot set any variable in here. Okay, good. So I can set the visibility for the rifle. Okay. Hello, Amich. What's up? How you guys doing? Working T1M said working on a weapon system in enumerator's structure or another method. I love how Metro Exodus handles the weapons with that in-game journal detail. Any tips for a scalable setup? Working on a weapon system. Are you asking me if I'm working on the weapon system? Is that a question? I didn't understand your question. Because right now I'm working on the HUD systems that when I pick up a weapon, the HUD is going to switch to that weapon icon. Amir said, I want to say that your tutorial about the weapon system is very good. Which one? The tutorial? The actual tutorial? Yeah, I think a lot of people liked it a lot because it's very simple. Any beginner could try to make it. It's very simple. It goes straight to the point, and there is a lot of that video got a lot of views. I think it's almost 70k views right now. I'm not sure. I think people like too much, like those kind of systems, you know, where you can shoot, where you can get the pistol, any type of weapon and shoot and do actions like this. Oops. About the pistol. So set rifle icon. Here you can set the visibility. So set visibility. Here we can put it into the construction script. Select. Here we can select. Here we can create a new variable. That variable is going to be. Actually, let me just see how that's gonna be. Yeah, maybe we can set a variable. So this variable is going to be set, not set, but a weapon type, so we can know which kind of weapon we're going to be holding at runtime. That's going to be the weapon type of enumerator, and that variable is going to be set in the event tick. No, actually, this variable is not going to be set up in here. What's actually going to be set is going to be from out of the event tick. So we're going to set the visibility for the rifle icon, and we're going to get that weapon type. We're going to plug that into here. So wait, if the weapon type equals to, if it equals, if the weapon type equals to rifle, we're going to select actually, we're going to do a sequence. I think it's going to be better. If it equals to rifle, we're going to set the visibility to true. So if it's true, if you're currently holding the weapon, the rifle, the visibility of the rifle is going to appear. If it's not, we're going to get it to be hidden. I hope this works. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I'm working on a weapon system, so I wanted to ask you which one is the best method for holding weapon data. For example, 50 damage, 51 on 100 magazine, etc. You can do it many ways. It's up to you. I'm not sure about what's the most ideal, most optimized way that it's going to be really needed for you in the for your kind of project. So the way I would do it, actually the way I'm going to do it is set that information in the weapon master. Maybe could be the best option. So you can add the damage. So like how much damage that weapon could deal with, could make damage, but I think it's not the weapon master itself. Yeah, it could be either in the weapon master or in the projectile. Let's go to the master. I have to name this BP projectile master so that we know that it's the parent master. There we go. I think this one I'm not using it anywhere. BP bullet, I don't use it. I'm not sure why the thumbnail for this is like that. It's not. But I would do it here. So projectile master, you could add a new variable, and then you can call this damage, but it's set it to be float. And let me just delete the other weapon master. I cannot. You could either do it in the weapon master, so it's going to depend on what type of weapon you use. Or I think it's the most ideal would be in the projectile master, because you're dealing with the projectiles. So it could be like either handling bullets or arrows. So you could do it on the projectile master. And then from here you can decide what kind of damage do you want to get. Let's say you want to get a and then I'm gonna have to think about a little bit about it, but I'm gonna do that after, because right now I'm not thinking about doing the system, but I will do it on the projectile master. Create a variable called damage in here for the variables, put it as a float, and inside of each projectile, type of projectile, for example, here is the projectile for the pistol. This is the pistol bullet. So here you can set on the class defaults. You can set the damage that bullet is going to cause to take effect on the enemy. So you can place it to be 50. So it's going to cause 50 damage, 50 of damage on the character, on the enemy in this case. And then you can keep setting up in the other arrow. So let's say the arrow, if it's a normal arrow, then you can set the value of, I don't know, 20, depending on the need. So if you have like an explosive arrow, we're gonna have to create a new projectile master, a new child, and then increase the value for that, for the damage. You have more than 15 weapons. Wow. How I learned blueprints. Just on YouTube. After some time, like after 1 year or 2 years, I started using ChatGPT to speed up, but I'm not using it too often right now to help you understand better how the nodes work. When you start, are you thinking of adding any less common features to the weapon system? How many devlogs into the system? Oh, I have no idea. Maybe 200 devlogs. Are you thinking of adding less common features? What would that be? Less common features. What does that mean, less common features? Let me just translate that. Not right now. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. So I think it's better for us to make this a macro if it allows collapse to macro, because it's going to be better. We don't need to use the sequence in here, or maybe we do, but it's going to collapse and make it a lot better. So the 1, then 2, make it a lot better. So here's the rifle, blah blah blah. Maybe we're going to need a loop as well, but this is going to be a lot better. So rifle, pistol, and bow. So here you can set what kind of thing you want. So here's the rifle, then here's the pistol, here's the bow. So this macro is all of it's going to do is just set visibility, set icon visibility. Just name is already in use. Okay, no problem. Set icon visibility to weapon type. Weapon type. Okay, that's perfect. On B, I'm going to change it to be weapon type, so it's much more clear what you're trying to do. So okay, that's looking great. T1 MX said, problem for me is I need the same data layer for craft table and in-game journal like a weapon book. That's why I was wondering, because casting is a lot of space interfaces. Nah. Yeah, I don't use interfaces a lot as well. I don't know. Morningstar said, can you give examples on how you use ChatGPT to speed up your workflows? I'm not actually using ChatGPT to speed up my workflows. I use it only for for crafting, for doing descriptions like this. So as you can see, but if you want to use ChatGPT to speed up your workflows, I can teach you how you can do that as well. So right now I'm only using ChatGPT to explain what a certain node is, which I don't need right now. But if you want to, maybe, let's say you want to make a reload system on Unreal Engine 5, so you can ask ChatGPT to, yeah, in my opinion, ChatGPT only for advice or solution, but never as a main tool. So you can ask ChatGPT to make, let's say, I don't know, make a ammo reload and shoot system blueprint only. Let me see what you get. So you can get some ideas of which variables you create. So you have the ammo in clip, max total ammo. It's very good. I haven't used ChatGPT for a while, but for a beginner, this might look confusing because you don't really know how to, how to really create a variable, all those things. But you can ask ChatGPT; he can help you. So ChatGPT is like your best mentor advisor for anything. I think I'm going to start using ChatGPT more often now. All right, press play. As you can see now, the event tick. Now there is nothing showing up. What I also want to do is, I don't know if in the Last of Us it is the same. So when you scroll up, I'm gonna have to check it out later. But as soon as you pick up a weapon, it shows up everything. So let's say I just picked up this weapon here, so the HUD appears, which kind of weapon you have in your hands. So if you holster that weapon, the HUD disappears as well. Yeah. What I also want to do is get the weapon equipped. WeaponState. If it's equipped or not. I want to know, is weapon equipped or not? This is going to be a very simple HUD. I'm not going to spend that much time on making it. So only show the HUD only if the weapon is equipped. So this is the weapon state. Weapon state. There we go. Weapon is equipped, weapon is equipped, weapon is equipped. There you go. I think that's going to work. Let's get the weapon widget and set the weapon type and set weapon is equipped. Here. General question, why Unreal and why Blueprints? Unreal is much faster to prototype with Blueprints. So it's not just about the engine itself, it's about the Blueprint system. It's a lot easier to do things without needing to write code. That's simply it. And Unity, if you compare Unreal Engine with Unity, I think the Unreal Engine has better layout system. It's much prettier, and it's a lot easier to work. Morningstar said, I know you said you were working on a UE5 course, but do you have plans for any YouTube tutorials coming soon? Tutorials about systems or tutorials about learning blueprints? I don't have any tutorials about making systems at the moment. I'm not thinking about making those types of tutorials, but I think the next tutorial I'm gonna make is going to be about ledge system. I'm thinking about it. I have an idea of making a ledge system really good one without bugs, and it's pretty smooth, and it's modular, so you can place any ledge in any direction. It's going to work. The character is going to go there. All right, let me see why this is not working. So when I aim with the rifle, as you can see, I get a very weird buggy rectangle there. I'm not sure. And you also have those those bugs. Set is weapon equipped. Let's get this set. Let's just get the IsValid node. So only if it's valid, we can run it. Let me just see if that code is being... Yeah. So execute. Let me just see if that, yeah, maybe something is wrong in here. Let's get the sequence. I know this is going to look a lot very messy, but that's okay for now. So get the weapon. All right. But the weapon is not appearing for some reason. And axis. some reason there is something. A lot of errors. All right. Any comments about the new Unreal FPS template? I haven't even opened it. Is it a first-person template? What is it? First person. Is it the new one that they have created, or the one that has been a while in the marketplace? First-person template. Amir said, "Do you want to create your own game?" No, I'm not sure about this. Maybe in the future. Nope. Let's get the sandbox character. Okay, I have an idea here. What if I set this set visibility in the event tick? Set visibility, I get the rifle icon. I set its visibility based on a branch or based on a weapon type. But first I'm gonna have to cast. Oh, I cannot cast in here, I think. Cast to CBP sandbox character. If I can cast, it's going to be good. So get player character. I think this is the most not optimized way to do this, but we're gonna have to do it. CBP ref. I'm not sure which one gets executed when you start the game. Maybe it's this one, event structure. So get it to be red, play. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe that's going to be good. Get weapon type. Switch. Based on this, we're going to switch. Set the visibility for the rifle. Switcher. Actually, I wanted to get it to be equal and actually just run this execution if the sandbox character reference is valid. So if it equals to, oops, if it equals to rifle, we're going to set its visibility to be true. If it doesn't, then hide it. There we go. Now let's get the rifle. Yeah, rifle icon. Let me just see what's going on here. Remove binding. Yeah, there we go. And maybe that was the cause. It's not even about anything. Just there we go. But at least right now, we've made a better code. I think your own game will be good. Yeah. Thanks. So they made new templates in U5.6. So when you create a new project, you can choose horror, finding, or first-person shooter, included liar animations. I'm gonna set it to be downloading. I'm gonna check it out later. I'm gonna have to download the 5.6 because I don't have it yet. Oh, I have it. I launched 5.6. I'm gonna check it out. I haven't used 5.6. This is the first time I'm launching the engine, I think. So this is the first person you're talking about. So first person project variant. Oh, you can choose variant. Arena shooter, an arena shooter with weapon pickups and an enemy AI opponent. A simple first-person character with sprint mechanics and torch set in the dark in suspenseful map. Okay, let's do survival horror. Let's see. I think this is the best way to do it. Get the rifle. If I holster it, and if I pick up the pistol, it's going to disappear. I'm not sure if the HUD is going to show. I'm not sure if the HUD itself is going to disappear when the character holsters the weapon. Yeah, this is a bug that I know what's up because I'm playing the reload animation. No, the equip animation, the reload slot of the montage. So that's why it's happening. It's not playing the animation. Let me just check it out. The first person shooter 5.6. Okay, so you have what is this? What do I do here? How do I play this game? Do you know? A variant horror light. Ah, here. That's it. Yeah. I think this is the best way to do this. We have to cast the player controller and then create the widget. Get the controller, plug the as player controller into the only player, and then promote it to the return value, the variable to a promoted variable. Add to player screen. I think we can do the same. So sandbox character, event graph. So we're going to cast player controller, get player controller. No, get controller. And then, oops. Or you can also do the get player controller as well. I'm not sure which one is the difference. I can ask ChatGPT to help me as well. Let's see if he can answer me. Get the... What is the difference of choosing this two? In Dev2, I cannot find the animation blueprint overlay complex base. Okay, so one is multiplayer safe and the other one is not. As mine doesn't, it's not going to be multiplayer. I'm not worried about that right now. Add to, now what's the difference between add to viewport and add to player screen? Add to player screen, I'm not sure which one to do. Which one is the best? Oh, never mind. Let's just use ours. Yeah, I think the first person project looks really good. That's, wow, that's a lot of confusion here. Stop sprinting. Yeah, I think you can use it for learning, but I think for a beginner, this could be very complex. It's just small things, but the way that they've made it is, it looks very complex because, you know, it's the most optimized way of doing things. So it makes sense. Here you set the percentage of the bar. That looks cool. Fuel opacity. Change the color in here as well. And you can set the percentage here. It changes. This looks cool. What? What is GASP? GASP is the motion matching system project they've done, which is basically let me search it up on Epic Games. What is GASP? Game Animation Simple UE5. Here. It's a project that it's a motion matching project that Epic Games has made. So it's basically the locomotion part, which makes the character to walk, run, sprint, and also do parkour stuff. So everything works with your motion matching system. So all we're doing here is just, yeah, the ChatGPT doesn't know what is the GASP system yet. So it's basically that. So all we have to do, all your job is just to implement the systems on top of it. So weapon systems, I think people are creating out there. Make the character to shoot, do the other abilities that there is in the games.
Use UE5.
So other people are doing it, implementing systems, shooting systems, overlay states, heart, pistol, stairs, on top of the system, on the GASP. So I hope it. I hope I helped. And your player movement is so smooth. How? Yeah, it's because of the GASP system. I'm using it. So it's not a system that I've made myself, but a system that Epic Games made. So what I'm doing is just adapting my code into it. Adapting codes into it. So basically what we've done is just basically get the ALS overlay system that also looks smooth. Everybody liked it. There were a lot of people using it. And then we implement that system that was from the ALS, very popular, into the GASP project. So that we have the overlays. Do you do freelancing? No. I mean, sometimes, yeah. Holster. Yeah, when I holster the weapon, I have to update the saved weapon state. Saved weapon state. Maybe not over here is a good idea. Maybe a good idea would be in the debug function, right below it, right over here. If it's valid, we're going to set it and then just basically read from it. So get weapon state. So it's going to get whatever weapon is in the hands of the character and it's going to update it. So as soon as I pick up the rifle, the HUD appears and it says here on the blue text, BP weapon master picked up weapon, which is the picked up weapon I'm using. If I holster it, now it's holstered, so it's going to update the variable there. If I pick up the pistol, now it's going to show up pistol is equipped. But for some reason, the HUD didn't appear right now. I'm going to try to see what's going on. Yeah, because I don't have the setup for doing it. That's why. So I'm going to create a macro as I've done in the previous method. But I want to save this code in case something happens. So I'm just going to leave it there. And then promote this, actually collapse this to a macro. And actually, I think the last macro that we've created also works. We just have to plug in the target for the weapons. So let's say pistol icon. So we're going to set its visibility when the weapon type equals to pistol and the weapon state equals to equipped. And then we're going to repeat the process 2 times. I'm going to get a sequence and then plug into here. You get the rifle. The weapon state is going to be equipped. Bow. There you go. I forgot to do just one thing. This has to be in there, so has to be done differently. This is the weapon type, weapon state. Oh, so you like integrate the ALS into GASP? How did you do that? Just learning, trying and failing. Did you actually saw the motion matching system used by Mudung game by EverStudio? That's insane. I want motion matching system. What is this? Let me see. This one? I don't like that. I don't like that motion matching. I think that looks very, very stiff when you're going to actually play the game. But if it doesn't feel stiff, if it feels responsive, then it's going to be good. Weapons equipped, rifle. So let's do for the rifle first. For some reason, we're not getting it to work. Compile. Okay. Play the game. Pick up the rifle. Let's see if this is going to work. No, it's not yet. Weapons equipped, rifle. It's going through false. I think the HUD doesn't like macros because when I do this, it works. No, it's not working. There's something wrong in here. Let me see what's actually okay. Weapon is equipped. It's because I'm not updating with the debug value. That's why. So it's not anything related to the macros. I'm tripping. It's because of the breakpoint is also good for debugging, but I rarely use it for debugging. Set icon visibility. All right, I think this is going to work, but I prefer this one. This one is a lot better because it's complete. So we can use the new macro in here. Plug this into here. Equipped. Rifle is equipped. And then now the HUD is going to appear. Now if I holster it, it's going to disappear. Now if I do the same for the pistol, now I want to show up the pistol. Pick up the rifle. Wait, let me see. Debug. What? Weapons equipped. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. Weapon type. All right. Set it to be based on not in here, but from the sandbox character directly. So we're going to get its reference, get the weapon type. Let me just see something here. Yeah. And then plug that directly into here. And then also I want to see if the character is valid. Only if the character is valid, then we can execute. Proceed with the execution. As you can see, it appears by default. I'm going to try to disable the visibility as well for this one. Visibility hidden. There we go. Graph. Press and play. There we go. Test it now. Not yet. Rifle. Okay. Visibility. That's weird. Weapon state. Ah, okay. So pick up the rifle, holster it, disappears. Okay. Get the pistol, appears, pistol is appearing, holster it, disappears. Get the bow, appears, holster it, disappears, and everything. Yeah, so that's it. That takes a lot of time to make. Just one single system. Now the challenge now is just make it to appear smoothly, smoothly set the transparency to from 0 to 1. Basically get it smooth, to work smooth, and that's another challenge. Okay, now the rifle is not appearing. Now the rifle is not appearing anymore. I think actually this doesn't work anymore. Just this is work in progress still. I have an idea. Get owned weapons. This is not going to be very efficient, but we have no choice for now. We're going to get a for each loop. And then we're going to get the weapon state. Actually, the weapon type. Get weapon type. Very nice. Very nice. Now I'm going to update the values, the ammo bullets. I think that's the most important thing. I'm not sure if the 15 is the remaining quantity of ammo you have left, and the 25 is the total ammo that you have. Let me just open up the... So when you pick up the rifle, as you can see, we have the current pocket ammo quantity, which is the whole amount of ammo we have available in the pocket, and the current ammo quantity that is available on the clip. That is already clipped on the clip, or is already... ammo capacity. I'm gonna have to check it out on the Last of Us because I don't remember if that's the... Yeah, but we can change it later anyways. Let's just bind that text to here. So we're going to bind it, create binding. Oh, we can also bind it to the CBP ref and amount of bullets. Okay, that's cool, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. Let's just say we want to... Okay, jump. Yeah, I think it's better to create a binding first. Okay, so get the weapon type, get the switch. Now maybe get the select text. Select, select. Oh, actually, what I really want to do is promote this to a variable first. So I'm going to write actual current weapon. And get the weapon type from here. There we go. Now get its amount of get ammo capacity, ammo quantity, just for now. I think I can plug that directly. Let me just see how that's going to be. Okay, we have 25 of ammo in here. Let's get the pistol. Now we have 8. Now get the bow. We have 0 because we have to reload. And now there we go. It's working. It's working. What? A lot of arrows. Let me just see if I can solve those arrows by getting the IsValid reference in here first. And also in there, I also need to get the IsValid from here. IsValid. And then finally, if it It's valid. I'm going to promote it. Okay. Bow. There we go. Now, for the last thing, I want to. I'm not sure if the right text. I'm not sure if the right text that appears in the Last of Us is from the amount of bullets that you have in total, or the amount of bullets that I think it's in total. Get current weapon. Get ammo. Is it the ammo capacity or is it the ammo pocket quantity? I think it's the pocket. I think it makes more sense. Yeah, so format text. We're going to plug in two values. So the first one is going to be the weapon ammo quantity. And the other one is going to be for the pockets ammo quantity. So we're going to plug those in there, and there you go. Boom. Pick up the rifle. There we go. I cannot reload with the rifle right now. Let's try with the pistol. As you can see, I haven't fixed the reload bug right now. So sometimes you might get -1 for the total amount of bullets that you have. But when I get the bow, I have to, of course, reload. Yeah, that's going to be it for this tutorial. We've got to implement the HUD system. And that's going to be it for this live stream.